What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to this video. Today we will be discussing the Rock Island M1911 A1 45 ACP officer's model. First and foremost, safety check, mag out, and the chamber is clear. Always do that for you guys, even though before I even turn this on, I I check it, but I know some people get upset if you don't do it on camera for them. So anyway, there it is. It's safe. We're safe. The Rock Island M1911 A1. Fun fact: Rock Island is actually the first company to actually manufacture the officer's model. After Rock Island did it, soon after Colt began doing it, and then now I'm sure all the manufacturers are making officer model 1911s. These Rock Island 1911s, they're built in the Philippines. They're built actually. Rock Island bought the or it's actually Arms Corps. It's Rock Island by Arms Corps. It's the Rock Island line of handguns. It's built by Arms Corps. Arms Corps even they also make the Cimarron 1911s and another one. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but they bought the factory that these are made out of from Colt. It's where Colt used to make their handguns, and so when they bought the factory from Colt, they also got all the machinery that Colt used to make theirs, as well as Colt trained their mechanics, Rock Island's mechanics. So these guns are made in a Colt factory with Colt machinery by Colt trained mechanics. So just to give you an idea of this is like a lower budget 1911, yes, but don't let that fool you. It says nothing about the quality. The price says nothing about the quality on these 1911s. They're very well built. There's no machinery or tooling marks anywhere on these. I've had this for a few years now, so mine's got a few scuffs or scrapes or scratches. Can barely tell. These are not the factory grips. These are, I got these aftermarket. I ordered these. I think I paid $35. It's walnut wood. I'm actually surprised. I can't remember what website I bought them from. I'm sure if you just Google 1911 grips, you'll find them. Let's see. I got some notes. I'm gonna try to stay with my notes here so I don't get off topic too much. I will a little bit. We're gonna go over the specs and all that. The MSRP for these range from like $450 to $550, depending on what retailer you go get it from. If it's a gun store, it's likely gonna be between $500 and $550 because gun stores seem to always mark up their prices on the high end. I get my firearms online because you find the best deals. And the specific website that I frequent, I get most of my firearms from. You build up points and you get after a while you get a discount. So I actually the MSRP on the website for this was $450. I ended up paying $400 for this. But you can find them for $450. And I'm telling you, it's a really good deal. If you're thinking about buying one of these, and you're looking at reviews, I definitely recommend it. If you're in the market for buying a 1911, but you don't want to spend $1,000, $2,000, or even like $800, you can spend under $500 and get a really good 1911. In fact, I mean, just operating this, if I was blindfolded, operating this in one hand and then in the other hand I have I don't want to say Colt, but just for example, Colt, like I'm not sure I would be able to tell the difference. I mean, it's very smooth, it's not loose, everything's nice and tight. this is very well manufactured. It's a steel slide and it's a steel frame. Uh, so it's got some weight to it, but I mean that's to be expected. It's 1911. These are made to endure combat. So I kind of like it because there's less recoil with this weight. The ergonomics on this are fantastic. Just like any 1911, they all have the same angles. So this has a nice beaver tail, runs up. I think that the total length, I measured this, it was 7 1/4 inches from the front end of the slide to the very back of the beaver tail. The weight is actually 38.4 ounces unloaded. It's really not that bad. You get used to it. If you're going to use this as a carry weapon, this is my everyday carry. I don't notice it anymore, but I have been carrying it for a couple years. But it's really, the weight's not a big issue because it's very small and compact. I have big hands. I'm 6'3", so that gives you any idea. But I just wanted to hold it up to my palm so you get an idea of the size of this. So when it's on your person, it's not in the way at all. You know, if it was a full-size 1911, you kind of notice it. Maybe the handle might show a little bit print through your shirt. This doesn't have that problem at all. Let's see. Let me get back to the my notes here. Okay. Oh yeah, one thing I did want to say. The earlier models of these had the Rock Island logo. It was stamped right across the whole slide. It took up the like the entire this whole part of the slide. It was just like a big billboard, and I absolutely hated it. I thought it was ugly. I was relieved when this arrived that their logo stamp is right back here. You can barely see it anymore. It's there. This light is bad, and my camera is my phone, so quality's not that good. Trust me, it's right back here. So I was relieved. I got this about 3 years ago, like I said, and I think probably that's when they switched from the big billboard to just putting a small stamp right there. Probably because they got a lot of complaints. It's got a very nice. I mean, it's a 1911. It's got a nice trigger pull. There's no. It's not a whole bunch of give, you know, like a lot of pistols, but 1911s, I don't think I've ever operated a 1911 that didn't have a nice trigger. It is a 5-pound trigger pull, by the way. The total height of this is 4 3/4 inches. We went over the weight. Oh, it does come with one 7-round magazine. Kind of a bummer that it only comes with one magazine, but then again, you are getting this for under $500, so not that big a deal to spend $20 to $30 for another magazine, or maybe $40 or $50 for 2 extra magazines. And you know, 1911 magazines, you can find them all over the internet. And it's just one of those things, they're universal. They'll go in any 1911, depending on the size. You can't get like an extended, like an 8-round magazine would not fit in here. I mean, I guess it would probably stick out a little. I don't know, I haven't tried. But if you do buy aftermarket, I would stick with the 7-round mags. Let's see. Okay, the safeties on here. Oh, I did want to point out, it's got the skeletonized hammer too, by the way. I thought that was kind of nice, like a neat feature. The 3 safeties. Well, you got your palm, the grip safety right here. If you don't have your palm around this grip, this hammer will not fall. You can pull all day long on this trigger. You can tug on it. Doesn't matter. The hammer will not fall. This must be compressed for the hammer to drop. You also got your standard thumb safety. It's not stiff. It's not real sticky or anything, so it's easy to get it on. And if you had to draw your weapon real quick, I mean, it's right there. Good placement, everything. Switch it off and you're ready to go. And for those who don't like to carry with either the round chamber with the hammer back or a round chambered hammer back and thumb safety on, you do have another option, and that is the quarter cock or half cock. That's more like a quarter cock. I think they call it a half cock. It won't move. You'd have to draw your weapon and pull the hammer back and then fire. Me personally, I trust this weapon. I trust these guns. 911s have been made for over 100 years, and they're pretty much perfected. Even a less expensive model like this, I trust the safety won't fail. Okay, but just for peace of mind, I do kick on the thumb safety. It just makes me feel better about myself. I don't want to accidentally shoot myself. That would be a bad day. But yeah, I guess because a lot of people don't even like to have the hammer down with a round chambered, with the hammer resting on the firing pin. So that's your options for safeties if you ride with a round chambered, which I don't know why you wouldn't. Some people don't. Some people don't even like to have a round chambered when they carry, which I don't know if I would ever. I kind of think it kind of defeats the purpose almost, unless the only way that is anywhere near effective is if there's like an active shooter and somebody's not already pointing a weapon at you, and you got time to get to your weapon and chamber around, and kind of you'd have to do it sneakily, versus if it was the hammer was already back and you don't even have the thumb safety on, and you could just draw and you're ready to go. But the thumb safety doesn't even take a tenth of a second to click off. So, I mean, however you want to do it. I mean, if I had to, I don't need the thumb safety. I could move around with the hammer back, and I completely trust this. Look, like I said, if you're not pressing down on this hammer is not going to fall. Not just that you have to press down on this, you also have to pull the trigger while you're pressing down on that. And that's not really going to happen if it's in your waistband. So I don't, but it's whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, that's just me. I like to roll with the hammer back and the thumb safety on. I did mention it's the steel slide and cast steel frame. The 38.4 ounces in weight. On the Rock Island website, they say the parts are 100% compatible with USGI. So there you go. 5-pound trigger pull. Did I mention that? 5 pounds. I mean, with 1911s, the trigger pull is so short. I mean, the 5 pounds, 6 pounds, 7 pounds. I don't know if I know the difference from 5 pounds to 7 pounds, if any. So that's really all the notes I got. I did want to show you guys how this disassembles, because it is different than any 1911 I've ever owned before or handled or even saw, to be honest with you. So the first part, getting the slide off the frame, is standard. So if you don't know how to, if you've never had a 1911, the way to do that is this is your slide release as well as your slide stop. There's 2 notches in the slide. This one all the way forward is a slide stop notch, and then there's a small one right there. That's your takedown notch. So what you do, all you want to do is line up that takedown notch with, see, there's a takedown notch. You line it up with that part of the takedown pin, and then from the other side of the firearm, there's a button, which is just an extension of the takedown pin, and I press it with my pointer finger to get it started, and then you could pull it out Sometimes this has got a pretty good strong spring, so sometimes I'll just push it out with a screwdriver, pull that out, slide comes off. Okay, just looks like every other 1911. But here's the difference. To take the guide rod out and the recoil spring, you have to push this up, push the guide rod up, and you see that hole. What you want to do is you're going to want to take a clothespin, or I'm sorry, a paper clip, push this up and stick your paper clip in that hole, and then release the tension, and bend your paper clip over, and you push this through with the paper clip still on it, and then the rest is just like, and the barrel comes out. There's no bushing in the front. This is a bull barrel. See how it widens out towards the end of the muzzle? That is because it is a short barrel. This is actually a pretty thick barrel too. I don't know if you can tell. It's short, so these bull barrels widen out like that. They flare out like that to improve the accuracy. And this actually is very accurate. Talk about that in a second. So to reassemble, same thing, just in reverse. Now you're gonna push this through with the pin still, the paper clip still on it. Push that all the way in. Once you get that in, push and drop the paper clip out, and now you're back in. This will not come out without pushing this through, putting a paper clip or something in that hole, bending it over, and pulling this out. It just doesn't, for some reason, it just won't come out. I'm yanking on it, it ain't coming out. So, and then the rest of the reassemble is standard, supposedly. And so, as I was saying about the accuracy, of course it doesn't want to go back in while I'm doing a video, huh? The accuracy on these, you would think with a 3.5-inch barrel, oh, the safety was up. With a 3.5-inch barrel, you would think, man, that must not be too accurate. But actually, to the contrary, it is as accurate as you are. If you can shoot accurately, this will shoot accurately. If you can shoot a bullseye at 50 feet, this will reach out and touch something 50 feet away. In fact, at the range all the time, I always test myself, always. I might not get all 7 shots right in the center of that paper. It's not going to be a tight group. It might be an 8-inch group. But from 50 feet away with a 3.5-inch barrel, that's pretty good. So the gun is as accurate as you are. I wish, actually, I don't believe I have the grips that it came with. I don't know what happened with them. It's been a couple of years since I changed them out. They were like they were just a plain, I think it was, I think they were walnut grips as well. Maybe they weren't. I'm not sure. They weren't anything fancy, but this is a very reliable gun. I've never had any malfunctions, no jams, no stovepipes, no failure to feeds, no failure to extracts, nothing. I've shot thousands of rounds through this, and I've never had not one malfunction with this gun. I mean, even when it was brand new, I was shooting hollow points, whatever. Heavier grain bullets, lighter grain bullets, never had a problem. So that's my testimony for the Rock Island M1911 A1 45 ACP. Definitely, if you are thinking about buying one, maybe you have some reservations because the price is low. I'm telling you, don't let that scare you away. that has nothing to do with the quality. This is a high quality, well made, durable, reliable firearm. I trust my life with this. Okay. If this was $650, $700, I'd pay it for this gun. I mean, they could charge that much, but they don't, because their whole thing is affordable firearms, which is commendable. I mean, because not everybody can afford to spend $1,000 on a 1911. So don't look at this like a budget gun, because it's not. Just because it's on the lower end of the spectrum as far as prices for 1911s, and just look at it as an affordable, great, reliable weapon. And I would definitely get it if you're thinking about doing it. It is well worth it. I promise you, you won't regret it. In fact, you'll probably be very happy with it. So that's the review. And thank you for watching. If you made it all the way through, I do appreciate that. If you gained something through watching this video, learned something, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos, I have more, and I will be coming out with more. I actually have an MP40 I want to do a review on, so that'll probably be next, probably in a week. So stay tuned, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you for watching this.